So let's start lying down on our backs. We're going to rest our hands onto our rib cage. Allow the ribs to expand on the in-breath. And allow the ribs to settle on the out-breath. Can you feel the breath coming to the front of the ribs, the side of the ribs, and the back of the ribs? You can be quite gentle with this. Without forcing it. And then bring your hands onto your belly. Breathing into the belly. Very gently, no need to force it. Gently expanding into the lower tummy. And then can you put one hand on the lower belly, one hand on the ribs? Take one breath into the ribs, followed by a breath into the tummy, followed by a breath into the ribs. So we're switching from one to the other. So when you breathe into the ribs, you don't breathe into the belly. And when you breathe into the belly, you don't breathe into the ribs. Gently transitioning from one to the other. Now relax your arms, relax your breathing, just allow your breathing to be normal. Gently pressing down into your feet, relaxing your lower back towards the mat. And then coming back to your neutral position. And now can you gently arch the back? So creating a little bit of space underneath you. pulling your hip deeper into your hips. Weight comes down into the feet, relaxing your lower back down. Weight comes away from the feet and really coming all the way down to your tailbone. So we're encouraging this deep hip movement. When you press down into the feet, can you bring the weight towards the toes? And when you come to the tailbone, you feel the weight coming back towards the heels. Let's settle somewhere in the middle. Can you do what you were just doing, but just with your right leg? So just press gently down into your right foot, allowing the knee to lengthen away. And now it's almost as if you're pulling your knee towards you. You're coming all the way deep into that right hip, the front of your right hip. It's exactly the same movement, but kind of ignoring the left side and just focusing on the right side. Like a one-legged pelvic tilt, and then pulling deeply into your right, front of your right hip, little arch in the back. And then swap to the other leg, pressing into the left foot. And now pulling yourself forwards with the left foot, deepening into the hip. How much movement can you get just on that left side? If you put your fingertips in the front of your hip joint, you feel it opening and closing. Now here's the tricky bit. You're reaching away with the right knee and you're pulling in with the left hip. And then you're pulling in with the right hip and reaching away with the left knee. So it's like a little excuse me, transition from one side to the other. One knee reaches away, the other one pulls back. The other knee reaches away, the other one pulls back. And at first this might be, oh, you need to make it big because it's a new movement, but it doesn't have to be really big. It is pretty much like walking, actually. Don't worry if this seems like a lot of complicated movements. Just explore. Reaching one knee away, pulling the other knee back, and swapping. Come back to center, just rest, And reach your arms up to the ceiling. Now, as your arms go back behind your head, allow your back to arch a little bit. And this will make it easier to get your arms back behind your head. As the arms come up and over and all the way down to the mat, press into your feet so your lower back relaxes into the floor. So we've got arms and hips going on at the same time. As you reach the fingertips away, your tailbone is heavy. As you bring the arms back up and over, the tailbone is light. Breathing nice and steadily. And then with a little bit of reckless abandon, like no overthinking, let's just take the right arm back, but carry on moving the hips, moving the back, and trying to swap one arm and then the other in some kind of vague pattern. If you're just scissoring your arms, then keep doing that. Can you pretend it's a bit like a walk? You're going for a walk. Your hips are going for a walk. Your arms are going for a walk. So you get this kind of cross pattern, rhythmical movement traveling through your body. It's quite useful to walk on your back, isn't it? Good. Let's rest the arms down next to the hips. So planting the feet, we're going to start to lift the arms as we relax the lower back into the floor. Press down into the feet and slowly peel the pelvis up. So we end up resting on the feet and the shoulder blades. Now make sure we're using the muscles in the bum and not the lower back. And can we gradually roll back down, bringing the arms with you. Arms come down, arms come down. Take a breath in, lift the arms, peeling up into a bridge. And if it's comfortable, you could take the arms behind your head or just keep them reaching up to the ceiling. As the arms come over, start to roll down through your spine, bringing the arms down next to the hips. Take a breath. On the exhale, rolling up through the spine. Reaching the arms behind you if it's comfortable. Taking a breath. On the exhale, rolling back down. Breath in. Breath out. Rolling up. Now the next time that you get up into your bridge, we're going to bring the left arm down by our sides, down to the mat, but keep the right arm reaching up. And can you roll down the right side of your spine? As you're getting to the end, bring the arm up and over and come back to the middle. Rolling up, reach the arms back, Now bring your right hand down to the mat and roll down the left side of the spine. And then when you want to bring your arm back over, bring your arm back over. So you go up for the middle and down through one side. So you really try to lengthen through that one side of the spine. Now obviously if your arm doesn't reach all the way back, it doesn't matter. You can just keep reaching it up to the ceiling. Now tilt slightly towards the arm and roll down that side of your spine. That's it. If the arms are confusing you, just keep them reaching straight up. Now you tilt towards the side of the arm and you roll down that side of your spine. That's it. That's the one. Okay, one more there. When you're done, we just gently hug the right knee, gently hug the left knee. Giving your lower back a little bit of a stretch. Taking your knees wide, giving your hips a little bit more of a stretch. Bring your feet down. Let's roll onto our side, facing towards me, with the knees bent and the arms reaching forwards. Make sure you've got your knees in a chair position so they're not too far away from you. And decide if you need a block for your head. Just going to move this to the other side because I'm lying on it. So get yourself comfortable and settled. And we're going to pull our right hand across the chest, roll until we feel our shoulder coming towards the floor, and we're looking behind us. And then bend the elbow, bring the arm across, and reach forwards a little bit when you get there. Pulling your arm across the body, reaching behind you. Bringing the arm all the way back across. That's it. Just gently rolling. When you're ready, roll on to the other side. So you're lying on your side, knees bent in a chair position, arms reaching forwards. Pulling the hand across the chest, rolling across your upper back. And then bringing the hand back across. You can be fairly relaxed with this. Let your body mold its way across the floor. So after your next one, let's come over onto the hands and knees. Feel how the arms are supporting you, and just let your spine soften a little bit down towards the mat. And then press the mat away and just travel through your spine, coming into a gentle curve. Lengthen back out. Feel the spine soften all the way up and in between your shoulder blades, all the way to the neck. And then push the mat away, traveling through the spine. Gently does it, supporting your spine to soften and stretch. Particularly supporting your spine to soften in between the shoulder blades, into the chest. That's it. Now lengthen yourself out, and either with long toes or toes tucked under, two options, you can have a go at both if you want to, is bringing your hips back. So how far can you bring your hips back, reaching into the fingertips, looking down. And then gently bring yourself back up and just let everything lengthen out again. Obviously manage the wrists. If you need to have your hands further forwards, that's fine. Folding deeply into your hips, drawing back with your hips, feeling all the muscles in your legs just gently stretching. And bring yourself back up. Now once you get back, maybe the bum gets to the heels, you want to rest there for a moment. So take a rest. Stretching, breathing, resting. Sit. Bringing yourself back up, and we'll come back over onto our backs. So we'll just warm up those abdominals a little bit more. So supporting the weight of your head with your hands, like a hammock, nodding the chin down, supporting that heavy head, just getting a view of in between your knees, and relaxing back down again. Breath in on the out breath. Just feeling those shoulders sliding down your back, the rib cage gently connecting. Now, can you resist on the way down? So it's like a slow lowering down. Like a gradually coming back down again. So you've got the same amount of effort coming up as you have going down. That's it. Okay, let's take our hands out from behind our head, reach the arms up. We're going to lift the right leg to a really nice tabletop position and bring the foot back down. Weight into the right foot, lift the left leg. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Lift your right leg to tabletop. This is what we're going to do. Imagine that your leg and your arms is sort of all part of the same system. So that as you lengthen your leg and reach your arms away, your head lifts to look at your foot. Like that. And then it comes back down, and then the leg lowers. You lift the other leg. You reach the foot away, it takes the arms with it, lifts the head and the chest. Lengthen your leg if you can. Bring it back down, bring the foot down. Now try exhaling as you reach. Inhale, lift the leg, exhale, reach. Reach towards your toes. Reach the foot away. That's it. Now, what happens next? To bring both knees in towards the tummy. We lengthen both legs away, squeeze the bum, reach towards the toes, come back in. Now, I know it's scary, but the lower you go, the better, really. With the legs. The lower, yeah. And then you start to roll up. Yeah, so if you're coming all the way up, come all the way up. Ta-da! So, because basically, what this is this. It's a half of that. You see? So the half measure has to equal the full measure. Otherwise it's something else. So if I'm only coming up halfway, it needs to lead to this. So if you think your half measure doesn't lead to the full measure, then something's not going right. Now if you think how heavy your legs are, the lower your legs go, the more likely you are to make it all the way up. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, couple of tips. So, when you lengthen your legs, you need these muscles. Actually, you need bum. You really need it. You can't do it without it. You need to squeeze. You need the muscles underneath. Really important. I can't get up. Good. All right. Cool. Let's come on to our side facing this way. Hand on side of hip. Now your underneath leg is nice and heavy, and your top leg is just lifting up. So you want to, so it's not rotation, it's just a lift. Now if you put your hand on those gluteal muscles, when you lift your leg, this is the area that you're trying to access. This one. Nowhere else. Just here. Now you can do it here with your leg bent. You can make it more challenging if you have the leg long, because it's a longer lever. So you've got to decide which one suits you. Can you manage this? Is this better? It'll start to ache after a while. Have a little rest. Float the leg up, lengthen it away, take it forwards, and then take it back. When it goes back, we're looking for the crease of the bum here. When the leg goes forwards, this is going to have a little stretch. When it goes back, it's engaging these hip stabilizing muscles. Can you find the muscles when your leg goes back? Sometimes we bypass the glutes and we go straight to our lower back because we've forgotten what the bum muscle feels like. Have a little rest. Slightly different. We're going to go out, so a bit of bum, and then we're going to go in Flex the hip. Reach with the heel. Bring the knee up. So this is a slightly different. Now you might just be here, that would be a small movement. Everyone's hips are different, eh? Variety of situations. And then rest. Great. So let's just roll on to the other side. And we'll do that all again. If you can remember it all. So we started off with our little clam type exercise. So it's like a half leg. We're just lifting the weight of kind of half the leg is what it feels like. And what is actually going on in that hip. You can try it with the leg long if you like. Now when you lift your leg, if you put your hand round the back to the bum, is there any action going on there, like firming up? Sometimes we need to change the angle slightly. Or is it just coming from somewhere else? Are you using other muscles for this movement? So take a little breather. We're going to lengthen the leg again and go forwards and back this time. So as the leg goes forwards, we're getting a stretch around the hip. And as the leg goes back, we're looking for those bum and back of the leg muscles. Have a rest. Now the final one that we did was reach the heel away and then pull the knee towards you. So lengthen the heel away, try to think using your core, and then bend the knee, fold into the hip, bring the knee towards you. Reach and bend. That's it. Reach. One more. And then rest. Fantastic. Let's come back over onto the hands and knees. This is something that we were trying last time, which is a little bit more of a challenge, where we had our right foot forwards and our knuckles were down on the floor, and we were tucking our toe under at the back. Now what we're going to make sure is that this foot is far enough forwards that our ankle doesn't feel like it's getting compressed. We can keep a good sense of weight through this foot. We're looking down at the foot, and then all we need to do is lengthen our back leg. Looking underneath, and then come back down again. It's like being on the starting block of a race. The front foot is really grounded. We lengthen the back leg. So we have to lift that knee. That's it. Now make sure that most of the effort is coming from the front leg. From the front leg. Yeah, it's a lot of hamstring, it is. And then swap over. Focus on the strength of the front leg and reach your back heel back. That's it, that's better. Good. Looking down at your toe at the back, letting your head relax over. Ready to start the race, that's great. Nice, firm front footprint. One more there. Now, if you can, once you've come up into your race start position, you could maybe bring that foot in and come up to standing. Yeah. Great. Okay, so do some little squat type movements. So what we're going to do is look down at the floor, bend your knees and reach your fingertips down towards the floor. So you're in a kind of half squat, half roll down movement. And then we're going to come straight back up again. So we're going to use the strength in our legs, just come straight back up. Very functional, bending the knees, folding the hips, reaching the fingertips down to the floor. And then pushing the floor away and finding the strength in your legs to come back up. Bending your knees, reaching your fingertips down to the floor. That's brilliant. And coming back up. Good. A few more. Bend those knees. That's it. Lovely. And push back up. That's it. No problem. Let's do one more. So stand at the back of your mat. We're going to do our very functional bend, fingertips, try and get them to the floor. And then we take the weight forwards and we're nice and steady and we're just going to get ourselves back down to here. That's it. Hands slightly further forwards than usual so we're not compressing the wrists. Can you get the fronts of your shins, the fronts of your feet nice and flat? And we're going to challenge our balance and stability. So we'll think a little bit about strength into these tricep muscles. Reaching one leg back behind you. Can you find the muscles at the back of your leg up into your bum? And then test that balance by lifting the opposite arm. Keeping the best balance that you can and coming back in again. Weight into the left hand. Feeling all those points of support as you reach the opposite arm and leg. Basically doing your best to balance. That's good. See a beautiful landscape from your heel all the way through, all the way to the back of your head. like a postcard. Leslie, try sort of tucking into that right armpit a bit.
That way.
So I just feel like we could do with using these muscles a bit more to support that shoulder, because I think you're trying to support it from here.
That's a shoulder that's dodgy.
Bring your knee in. Right. Can you bring your elbows forwards but keep your hands wide? And activate here, and that's it. Now, don't do anything else, just slide this leg back. You see? It's like closing that space, so then you don't have to work so hard here. That's it. After your next one, have a rest. Resting somewhere comfortable. Coming back to the hands and knees, and then coming onto the elbows. And then slowly lowering yourself down. Resting your head on your hands. Just going to tuck our toes under. Reach the heels back and float the knees off the ground. Can you keep the front of your hips on the floor though? So it's not that our hips lift. Our hips get a little bit more heavy as we try to reach the tailbone away. And then lower the knees back down again. So just see how that works for you. Reaching back with the heels. Now, we're not trying to balance on our toes and lift our hips up. We're actually trying to open the fronts of the hips, but keep the pubic bone heavy. That's it. So it's kind of less effort than you think it is. The main muscles that are having to work are the thigh muscles. Now we could bypass the thigh muscles by just pressing the backs of the knees to the ceiling. Can it come from your heels reaching back instead? That's it. So it's lengthening. There you go. Nice and gentle. It's easy to try too hard with the knees, I think. I know because I do it myself. Relax your legs down. And just bring yourself up to rest on your elbows. As if you're going to watch telly. And we'll just stay here for a minute. How does it feel at the front of the hips? Feels okay? You know dogs and cats lie like this, don't they? So do a little bit of fine-tuning. Think of maybe engaging the glutes a little, lifting your bladder up, supporting through your arms, looking forward, looking down, looking forward. As you look forwards, maybe you can float the knees off. Really support through those strong arms though. Try not to sink. Looking down, looking forwards. Can you actually gently press into the fronts of the feet? And yeah, that's it. Extend the whole body. Looking down, looking forwards. Stretching the front of the spine. And then relaxing all the way back down. Come up onto your elbows. Look down. Can you lift your tummy off the floor and come all the way up? So kind of, that's it, that's it, that's it, that's it, that's it. Yes. And come back to lie on your backs. Just find somewhere comfortable. Gently rolling your head from side to side. Feeling the weight of your head. Come back to center, reach up with the arms. As your right arm opens out to the side, keep watching it. So roll your head with your arm out to the side, and then watch your hand as it comes back in. Opening the arm out to the side, watching your hand as it goes, and bringing it back in. Give your knees one more hug. Releasing any tension from the lower back. And just bring your feet down, relax the arms. Spend a few moments relaxing, allowing the mat to support you. Gently breathing in, gently breathing out. And before I nod off, let's have a little stretch and a wriggle. Oh. Yeah, that was dangerous, that was. And roll onto side, come up to sitting. Fantastic. Thanks, everyone. Good job.